Welcome, welcome, welcome to Crucial Conversations. I'm your host, KD, and I'm here with my co-host,
Motormouth.
We want to do a quick shout out to WLM and Earl Harrison, who invited us to participate in his show last week. Earl, we hear you and we appreciate you.
Well, thank you, Earl. Have fun with you talking there.
I enjoyed myself. I also want to kind of follow up a little bit with what we stopped on. We called into the show and participated and did a three-way conversation with Earl regarding the Trayvon Martin situation. I guess we just do a quick update on it. There's not a whole lot that's occurred this week. What about your thoughts on it, Motormouth? Not a whole lot.
Well, the main thing is that they just didn't let the police chief resign like he was trying to quit on his job. And they're going to hold him responsible.
True.
I guess responsible. I don't know what the deal is really on that. They really didn't, go into it, but they just wouldn't let him, loose. So he's still working for the Stanford Police Department.
Right, and also George Zimmerman has actually been released, so he's out, on bail, on bond.
Mm-hmm.
That's another update. And the parents were not happy with the apology. They didn't think it was sincere. And something else that I was wondering about, Motormouth?
What's that?
Not that it really should make a difference, but I was doing a little research, and I noticed that Trayvon Martin's father is in the Masons. And for some reason, the media is trying to make a big issue out of that. What are your thoughts? Does it matter?
I don't know. There's a lot of people who belong to that organization.
Exactly.
So I don't see where they're coming from on that.
I don't either. But, they keep coming from different angles. It's just getting more bizarre by the week. But anyway, that's the Trayvon Martin update. And, at last count this week, that's the only thing that's really occurred. And I guess justice will just continue to build up and prevail, hopefully.
Yeah.
But on another subject, I'm just going to go with a few blurbs that I found to be very interesting in the news today.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the group TLC back in the day?
Yeah.
TLC. Okay. Remember, it was T-Boz.
Left Eye.
And, oh, God.
Jennifer.
Chili.
Yeah, Chili.
Chili.
I think it was Lopez.
You think Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
No, it was Chili,
Yeah.
Left Eye, and T-Boz. Anyway, I thought it was very interesting that TLC is actually going to go on tour this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me say TLC
right.
was going on tour? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not Chili and T-Boz. The whole group, Left Eye. Left Eye is going to be with, when you realize today is the 10th anniversary of Left Eye. Lisa Lopez, she actually died 10 years ago today in Honduras in a car accident.
Right.
SUV accident.
Mm-hmm.
So I find it fascinating. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Tupac Shakur hologram.
Exactly.
That was released at.
Well, they've been doing that quite a bit, lately.
They have.
Oh,
Tupac was the first one that I'd ever seen.
Oh no,
As far as an artist, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, in fact, they had Tupac not too long ago on TV with I want to say with Snoop Dogg and someone else.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what they did. The same concert.
And then, the other side, they've been doing it quite for a while. I'm trying to think the guy with, was it the Doors or somebody,
With the Doors?
Yeah, a couple other famous rock artists, that have passed that they have brought back in the holograms. But they've been doing that for years, though, the holograms. But I don't know about with the dead, but, they've been doing it.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it different. It's like, I'm kind of torn about it. But I find it fascinating that TLC is going to go on tour, and they're going to have a hologram, pretty much, of Left Eye.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
interesting. All right, and now moving on to other things. Today, People Magazine comes out with an annual report of the world's most beautiful woman. Well, they didn't ask my opinion, but anyway. This year, who do you think got it, Motormouth? Who do you think the most beautiful woman on the planet in the world is, based on People Magazine's opinion?
Lady Gaga.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's a good guess, though. Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce.
I can see that.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hating on Beyonce, claiming she wasn't really pregnant. I'm like, let the woman alone,
I mean, that's personal business, but you can't take away her beauty. That's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she's a cute lady.
From all the others that they had in the past, she fit the category.
Yeah, because I think last year was J-Lo, and before that was Halle Berry, and before that, I don't even remember. But anyway, congratulations, Beyonce. She's People Magazine's Woman of the Year for 2012. Now, moving on to other things more interesting. This is kind of along the political arena. This was all in the news, and the headlines were like, okay, here we go. I'm sure everybody by now has heard about the White House sex scandal with the secret, with the secret. Oh God,
Secret Service.
I guess they weren't too secret in this case. They got busted, but yeah, the Secret Service and the sex scandal. The only thing that was interesting about it, I found, was the fact that it even occurred because they were supposed to be guarding the president. You know.
Well, they were off duty. You know.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Well, the president wasn't in the country yet.
Okay.
You know, this was beforehand, and I just guess, you know, it was an expensive tip that they didn't pay. You know, that they should have paid.
Yeah.
Then they wouldn't have had that problem.
Yeah, they claimed that they were going to pay the lady $800, and she claimed that they only tried to pay her like something under 50, and that's when everything just got a little interesting. But anyway, this morning they claimed the lady was missing. Oh, and to back up, we're calling it a prostitution scandal. She corrected the media and said she's an escort, not a prostitute. Thank you very much. I don't know. I'm just saying what she said. But anyway, she was missing. I'm thinking, why? Because, you know, in most situations, I think in the country that they were in, prostitution is legal.
Well, you know, I look at it this way. If I was a Secret Service guy and she came out and said she was escort, I want my job back. Okay? I want my job back, you know. That's the way that bounces around here. You know, she wasn't a prostitute. She didn't got cleared. The news media brought it out the wrong way like they do many things. Hey, I want my job back.
Well, what's the difference in an escort and a prostitute, Motormouth?
Well, the escort might be somebody just have a date to do whatever.
What is whatever mean?
Well, you know, go to dinner, go to the movies, or whatever it might be. Could have been something kind of affair, and their wife wasn't available or around, so they had to have a female escort. You know, that's the escort. We're not talking about no prostitution or anything like that. Now, if she go extra yards or something, that's something different. We don't know that. She said she was an escort. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to look at myself and my comrades. They got fired. I want my job back. You know, the woman that came out and got her name clear.
That's the male perspective on that.
You know,
all right.
You know, the job back.
The male perspective.
Because they got family to take care of and everything else. And then I feel like this here, if you got somebody on that top level, top security and everything, then you should have them school on what they can do and what they cannot do.
Well, yeah.
You know, I just think it's a political year, and they're just trying to find everything.
They're looking for something.
You know, from the GAS or whoever it was, and everything else, the General Service Administration, and, you know, everything going crazy in D.C. right now. You know, speaking of D.C., I'm looking at the idea of what we got to pick from this coming year.
Yeah.
You know, this election looked crazy, especially that Romney.
Yeah, I'm going to hit on Mitt Romney, too, because I don't know if anybody else is aware. I want to know, who is this guy? I mean, really, who is Mitt Romney? So we're going to hit on that a little bit also, because it is an election year. But anyway, I just found it interesting that the lady was missing, because most people probably try to come back and get a reality show or something. I don't know. Who knows? She'll be back. But anyway, moving on to other things that were interesting. I thought it was interesting also that James Cameron, who's Barbara Streisand's husband, he's a big director, producer, you know, deep pocket guy. And what's the other guy? Ross Perot Jr., who's very popular and well known, the Perot family, especially in Texas. I think it's them and about maybe 12 other guys, all with deep pockets. I think they're technically billionaires. But they're going to actually do some exploring in outer space.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of interesting there because, you know, I don't think the media is really telling the truth about all of what's going on because that's been going on for a while. And Canada is really the head of that stuff, you know, coming back into the United States with NASA. And they got China involved. They got quite a few countries involved on this space exploration.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Wait
yeah.
Wait a minute. We're not talking about, like, going to the moon.
No, we're talking about
mining
right,
asteroids?
Right. Because they're looking at trying to colonize, you know, up in the upper atmosphere. And they feel like it's a lot more cheaper for them to be able to obtain water from the asteroid and the minerals that they need to manufacture and do things up there than come back down here.
So have we not messed up enough on this planet? We need to go mess up some asteroids now?
Well, you know, where they're going to do the asteroid way, I hear it, and I looked at it, they got this big, like, hangar that's going to go over it. Then they're going to mine it. By the time they get through mining it, there's no longer going to be an asteroid there. Because the asteroid is nothing more than fragments of planets that didn't hold together.
Well, that I remember from physics and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, from what I understand, it's not about economics because they plan on mining, I think it was water. And
the minerals?
Minerals? No,
yeah.
no.
The
I'm
gold,
wrong.
the
It
uranium.
was water, based on what I was told and what I understood. Water, air, gold, and platinum.
Right. And see, for them to do what they want to do up in space and build, it costs. I think it's if I read correctly, it was $10,000 for 1 pound of water to go up. So it'd be a lot cheaper for them to be able to mine that stuff up there and do what they want to do than trying to bring it from, take it from the earth up to there.
We're talking water, though, right?
We're talking about water. Yeah, it cost them $10,000 per pound when they average everything out to get it up in space. Because you got to think of how much jet fuel or rocket fuels they're using to just get up there, and the cost of them to just do that, than having somebody up there, a colony already up there, living up there, and then they don't have to worry about the water supply.
So you think they have all this plan in order to go form colonies on asteroids?
No, on the neighboring planets
on
and
the
everything,
right,
within the solar system.
So they're going to go back and take the water, whatever they mine from the asteroid, and ship it to, oh, my God.
Yeah, you got to go to the Canadian Space Agency. You know, they got a little bit more about it. Exactly what's going on and how they done got these. They're kind of smart, though. You know, they done got the rich people, the ones that got all the money.
Well, who else can afford to do that?
To do all of this,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And not spend their money. You know what I'm saying? Let them buy into their technology now.
But I think they are spending their money.
But see, they buying the technology.
It's a private business.
But they're buying the technology from NASA.
Oh, and let me mention, they're also hiring.
Yeah. They buy.
If you think you have the scientific know-how, they're based out of Seattle. I think they're based out of Belmont, Washington, but they actually say they're hiring. So who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, and the study was done by the study in 2011 was done by Price Waterhouse Cooper. So as you said, we got everybody there.
Well, see, I guess I'm weird. I'm thinking about, okay, so the big boys up in there playing in space and everything, but my thing is, who's going to guarantee when they get through mining, which is just a nice way of saying abstract and taking out everything they want from these asteroids, how do we know these things are not going to create other problems for us on the Earth that can't afford to go to another colony?
Yeah, well, I don't think they're looking at that. Because they got the 40 top mining companies, in the world together on this.
So just the heck with everybody else, right?
And they already got, they already approaching the assets of $1 trillion to do so. Okay, that's the way it's going.
So just forget about everybody else.
Hey, it's like the Jetsons.
Beam me up, Scotty. Oh my
God.
Well,
that's the way it's gonna go.
Wow, I did find it very interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen and how it's gonna come into play too. I thought, and also along the line of strange news, I thought this was very strange. Have you seen this? Oh my gosh, what is the name of this place? It's called Heart Attack Grill. It's in Las Vegas.
Okay.
It's a restaurant. These guys have been around for 7 years, and they've actually got written up in the Guinness World Book of Records. Why? They have the highest calorie burger. Okay, 9,983 calories. This is one gigantic, humongous burger. And anyway, they call it the Heart Attack Grill. And what's interesting to me is 2 people have actually had heart attacks in this restaurant. I'm thinking, why would you go in a place called Heart Attack Grill? I'm not getting it. But it's interesting because people think it's fun and fascinating. And the lady that was actually their spokesperson, she was a 29-year-old young lady. And if I'm recalling right, she had a heart attack. I think she died.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's going to take an extraordinary person to walk in there.
Yeah, that's
I mean, for that burger.
Say that
and that's the reason why they name it Heart Attack Grill.
Yep, they have butterfat shakes and fries fried in lard, okay? So it's not the place if you want to go if you're looking for calories. But anyway, that was the strange news of the week, I thought. We're going to take a quick station break. You guys hold in, and thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll be right back in a moment.